Have you ever had anyone just look at you and say, "Who do you think you are?" And you stand there like, "Oh, did something wrong," or "What's going on?" Or you might feel shame or guilt for whatever they were calling you out on. Well, let me change the way this statement is said. Who do you think you are? So whatever you think, that's what you are. It's all about our identity. And I'm going to talk today a little bit about your identity. You know, I work with so many people that struggle with feeling like they're not good enough, or they're not enough. And they go through life trying to be the person that they think they want everyone else to think they are, instead of really being who they are. And I'm Rhonda. My channel's about helping people be their authentic selves, the be you on purpose. So let's take a little trip. We go to the daycare, and we're supposed to talk to the little 3-year-olds. And they're all in the room, and they're on the floor, and you're on the little stool, and you're talking to the 3-year-olds. So you ask them, who thinks they're the best? And they all put their hands up. They're all excited. They're the best. They're the best. And then the next week, you're going to the nursing home, and you're going to talk to the group of clients there. And you go in, and they're all in their little chairs and their wheelchairs, and they've come in with their walkers, and they're all just like little bright-eyed little people. And you ask them, so who in here thinks they're the best? And they're all like, me, me, me. So then you're doing a conference, and you're in a room, and they're 40-somethings, and you ask them, who in here thinks they're the best? There might be one outlier, the narcissist, me. The rest of them are thinking, ooh, not me, I don't. So what happens from a 3-year-old to a 85 to 90-year-old? What happens? The dash, the middle of life, the society. And when does this happen? I don't know. You can talk to second graders and say, who's the best? Oh, James, he's the best baseball player. Oh, Natalie, she can dance. And then they go through the list that they already know. And they're 8 years old. They already know. And so we begin the comparison game and the approval game and the seeking attention and trying to be the best and measure up and all of those things that we think make us who we are. Those are all outside things. The job you have, the money you make, your looks, what you've achieved, the car you drive, all of those things. Those aren't who you are. I'm so-and-so's mother. I'm so-and-so's sister, grandparent, wife, therapist. You go down the list. That's not who you are either. Who you are is who you believe you are on the inside. So I want to tell the story. There's this person, and they think they're a turtle. Well, they know they're a turtle. They are a turtle. And so they don't like being a turtle. So every day they get up and they put on their rabbit suit and they go to work and they go to church and they go to parties and they spend time with friends, and they're in their rabbit suit and they're going along, and they come home and it's, this rabbit suit gets heavy and it's hot, and so they take it off and they get to be a turtle at home. And one day they're at work and someone comes up behind them and says, hey, what's this hole? What's this hole? What's this underneath this hole? And you're like, oh, oh, and you scurry off. And so you go home and you take off your rabbit suit and you look and there's a hole. And what they saw was your turtle shell. And so you sew it up and you fix it. And you put it on, and every day, day after day, year after year, you wear this rabbit suit. And after time, it's got all these little places where it's been sewed up and it's been fixed. And one day the tail, little puffy tail falls off. And you get real tired of wearing that rabbit suit. And so one day you decide, if your friends are having a barbecue and you're going to go to your friends, and you decide you're not going to wear the rabbit suit. So you show up as the turtle, as yourself. Nobody really notices, but you feel real uncomfortable. But you begin to relax and you find out that, oh, it wasn't so bad being a turtle. And so you go home, the next day you get up, and you put on your rabbit suit. And it just gets heavier and heavier. And then it's itchy. And it gets to where it's just, so one day you decide you're not going to wear the rabbit suit. And you go out as yourself, the turtle. Your perspective begins to change. It's not so bad being a turtle. I may be slow, but I'm steady. I get where I'm supposed to go. Everything's okay. And then one day it's like, the turtle won the race. The rabbit didn't. And you go home and you look at that rabbit suit heaped up in the corner with all its fixes on it and all its stuff. And you go outside and you burn it. And you embrace being a turtle. And it gets to where you like being a turtle. And that's kind of the process that happens. And you begin to believe in yourself, to trust yourself, love yourself. And life becomes free. It's lighter. It's not itchy and hot, that's for sure. I work one-on-one with a lot of people. I do coaching. I've written some workbooks. If you want to know a little more about that, you can check it out on my website. I really strive to help people to live as their authentic self. You know, and I also like to share this story about, I'm a daughter of the king. I am. And yet, I sit outside the gate of the palace in a pile of ashes wearing sackcloth. And one day, I realize my birthright. I realize it. And I get up and I shake off the ashes and I put on the gown and the tiara and I walk across the moat and into the palace and into the banquet room. And there's this big table and there's people there and there's this empty chair next to the king. That's my chair. That's my birthright. All I have to do is receive it and claim it. And I sit down at the banquet and I enjoy the food and I enjoy the people there. And I converse with my Father. That's what makes me who I am today. That's what makes me authentically me. That's what my channel's about, is helping you become that. I love the quote by Oscar Wilde that says, just be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. Which, if you like what I share here, please subscribe, hit like, share this with somebody you think might need it. And the most important thing, be you on purpose.